Falcon Heavy has 28 engines in total. Each of these cores has 9 M1D engines, making for a total of 27 engines across all 3 boosters, which you can see there on your screen. The 28th engine is a Merlin vacuum engine on the second stage and will power the payload to its final targeted orbit. Now, altogether, the Merlin 1D engines at the base of Falcon Heavy produce 5 million pounds of thrust. That's equal to 18 747s at takeoff. Following a successful static fire this past Tuesday, Falcon Heavy rolled out to the pad with the payload at 5:45 a.m. and went vertical about 4.5 hours later. Now, before we began the webcast, the SpaceX launch director...
Booster RP1 load is complete.
The SpaceX launch director pulled the members of the launch team and got a go for propellant loading and launch. Now, as I mentioned earlier, today's launch marks our second Falcon Heavy flight in just 11 weeks. And for those of you following along, a lot will happen in the first 4 minutes of flight. And there you can see on your screen that the clamp arms have begun to open. Once those are fully open, the TE can begin to retract away from the vehicle. 2 minutes into flight, we will again reduce thrust on the 2 side boosters, this time to decrease forces on the rocket structure, as the vehicle is now much lighter, but thrust is constant. 2.5 minutes into flight, we will fully turn off the side boosters with booster engine cutoff, or what we call BECO. The pneumatic separation
Center
system.
core LUX load complete. 15 seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine full power. And liftoff of USSF-67. Go Falcon Heavy. Go Space Force. Booster chamber pressures are nominal.
Plus 40-second mark.
Supersonic.
In preparation for Max Q.
Max Q.
And great call out there. That incredible views there on your screen. Falcon Heavy in flight. Now, next events coming up will be booster engine cutoff, or BECO, followed by separation of the side boosters, and followed by their side booster boost back burns. And really incredible views here. Again, we will have BECO, side booster boost back burn, followed by main engine cutoff of the center core here in just a few seconds.
Side booster separation. Side core booster startup.
Incredible views. We just had BECO and separation of the side boosters, and you can see on your left-hand screen that the side boosters have lit back up. They are now in their boost back burn, making their way back down to Earth. Now, as I mentioned previously, per the request of our customer, we won't be showing second stage views after SES-1. And additionally, our center core, or stage 1, is expendable today, so we will not be attempting to recover that vehicle, but we should have some great views like we are seeing right now.
Core, boost back, shut down.
We should have some great views of those side boosters touching down for landing.
BECO. Stage separation confirmed. MVAC startup.
And excellent views.
Side core entry burn startup.
And there you can see on your screen the entry burns for the side boosters have begun. They're just about 12 seconds long.
PY FTS has saved and NY FTS has saved.
And the entry burns for both side boosters have now concluded. Now, next up will be the final burn for each of these side boosters. That is the landing burn. It is just a single engine burn, the center E9 engine. Each one of these M1D engines have about 190,000 pounds of thrust. So that is enough to slow the vehicle down just in time for landing. And you could see the coast of Florida in the background.
Side boosters are transonic.
Now that landing burn coming up here in just about 20 seconds or so. Landing burn will last about 20 seconds long. Again, we are scheduled to land on landing zone 1 and landing
Booster
zone 2.
landing burn.
And there are those landing burns have begun on the side boosters. So let's watch as they touch down.
Stage 2 is on terminal guidance. Stage 2 FTS is saved.
Booster landing leg deployed.
And what an incredible sight to see as we watch the side boosters touch down for landing. That confirms successful landing of both Falcon Heavy side boosters on landing zone 1 and landing zone 2. Now with these two side boosters, this marks the 163rd and 164th overall successful landing of an orbital class rocket. It's also the 25th landing on landing zone 1 and the 6th landing on landing zone 2.